Let's talk about the cyber kill chain. No, it's not as violent as it sounds. It's just a way that we as defenders can understand how attackers are operating in an environment from the very beginning to the attackers accomplishing their missions. All right, let's dig in. So when you look at the cyber kill chain, it's going to look very familiar to all the other ones that are out there. It's just a different way of interpreting how these attacks unfold. So we start with reconnaissance, we move to weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and then actions on objectives. You're going to see a lot of overlap with the Mandian attack lifecycle and the MITRE attack framework, but this is just another way to really kind of condense things down to understand what attackers are doing. So to kick things off, we'll start with reconnaissance. This is where the threat actors are identifying the targets. And so they're going to do some research to understand what is going to enable them to meet their objectives. So this could be things like identifying information on social media or press releases, doing some asset discovery on the external perimeter, just kind of map out what does the environment look like from the outside in, and what is going to be the best way to get access into the environment. And so this is where we then go into weaponization. It's preparing for the operation. Now, this is going to start with just getting things set up for success. So, if we know we're going to do a phishing email, well, let's prepare those phishing emails. Let's take what we learned in the reconnaissance phase and craft something that is most likely going to result in the user clicking on that email. We might need to weaponize documents with that email. So if we have a malicious attachment that we're going to send on a phishing email, get that ready to go. If we have malware that's being used with that, we're going to have to compile that so that it's ready for prime time. So it's all of the prep work, getting ready for the attack. And that's when we go into the delivery. Let's actually launch this attack. Now with this is where we'll deliver the malware to the target. If it's going to be a phishing email, we'll send that phishing email out with our template that we use, with the document attached, with the malware attached, whatever that might be. If we're going to socially engineer a target, say, sending them a message on LinkedIn with a malicious attachment, all of these things all tie together. It's when the attacker is literally just pressing the go button and getting moving along with this attack. After that payload is delivered, we're going to go into the exploitation phase. And this is where we're gaining access to the victim's environment. Now, if we did this through a phishing email, great. The victim or that user is going to trigger that mechanism, whether it's double clicking on the attachment or going in and clicking on a link that's going to download something or give us credentials, whatever that might be, right? Or this could be that we're going to exploit an external facing system or application that's going to allow us access into the environment. So once we do whatever that is, we're then going to establish a beachhead at that victim. And so this is going to be the actual installation phase. So this could be where we're installing a persistent backdoor or identifying some mechanism to maintain access in the environment, because we don't want just a one and done type thing here. We want to be able to come back into the environment. So this could be a backdoor, it could be a web shell that we're placing on a system, anything it takes to get persistence so that we can come back in the environment as we need to. Now, one of the ways that this happens is with a backdoor. Now, that backdoor needs to communicate outbound to an attacker-controlled service or server so that we can remotely control that system. Now, there's a variety of different ways that attackers can get C2 channels set up. But like I said, the most common way is going to be some sort of backdoor that's communicating outbound to an attacker-controlled server, and the attacker is going to be able to create essentially a tunnel back into that system so that they can interact with that system remotely. And then from there, we have our actions on objectives. So this could be getting to ransomware, stealing data, whatever that might be. It's just the mechanism to really get the attacker, once they're in the environment, to their ultimate objective, and that's the attacker's choice. They can have a field day with whatever they want to do. And that's it. The Lockheed cyber kill chain is fairly compact. It's not too complicated. For me, it's not my favorite. I tend to go towards more of the Mandiant attack lifecycle, or if I want to get really nerdy, I'll go for the MITRE framework. But this is a really nice, easy way to just kind of summarize everything up and show how attackers are getting from one point to the other. So if you learned something new today, click the like button, leave a comment, let me know what was interesting, or if you have any questions, and if you're looking for future videos, drop some ideas in the comment section. And as always, subscribe to the channel because it helps us get more awareness and help others learn cybersecurity. All right, we'll see you later.